Good morning, students. Once again, I welcome you to my video lectures on signals and systems. And in the last class, I was working out problems on checking the system properties, that is, memory, causality, and stability using impulse response. So I will continue with the third problem. ht is equal to u of t plus 1 minus 2 u of t minus 1. And in my initial classes, from class number 1 to 5, I have gone through shifted step functions. So first you must have idea about these two. What is u of t plus 1? U of t plus 1 is like this. I don't explain now. You refer to my earlier classes. From minus 1 onwards, its value is 1. This is u of t plus 1. This is u of t plus 1. What about minus 2 u of t minus 1? Minus 2 u of t minus 1. That means after minus 1, its value is minus 2. Its value is minus 2. This is minus 2 u of t minus 1. Minus 2 u of t minus 1 is like this. So addition of these two, add these two graphs. If you add these two graphs, then you will going to get a graph like this. From minus 1, 1, 1, then from 0 to 1, then this is 1, this is minus 1. This is, I have graphically added these two waveforms like this. This is ht. First, memory or memoryless. Now one point, keep it in mind. If you look into this graph, for so many values of t means here, for so many values of t, the function value exists. Therefore, what is the condition for memory? The condition for memoryless is only at one point it should exist, but it is not so. Hence, this system has got memory. Because for too many values of t, its value is existing. Therefore, it has got memory. It is not memoryless. Next, for t less than 0, these values exist. So, what is the condition for causality? So, for t less than 0, ht has to be 0. That is not so. Therefore, it is not causal. Therefore, non-causal. Next, we have to integrate. For stability, we have to integrate from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of t dt. We have to integrate. So from minus 1 to 1, its value is 1 square dt. Sorry, not square, it is 1 dt plus from 1 to infinity, its value is minus 1. If it is stable, we have to get a definite value for this. Now integrate. On integrating t between minus 1 and 1, next on integrating 1 and infinity. Now let us not bother about this term. There is infinity. It is continuing up to infinity. Therefore, if you substitute here, then it is going to come out to be infinity. Therefore, it is not stable. So, not stable. It is not stable. Now, I will continue. With the fourth example. H of t equal to delta t. So, you know what is impulse function. H of t equal to delta t. First, this delta t value is 1 at t equal to 0. Therefore, only at t equal to 0, its value is existing. Therefore, it is memoryless. Therefore, it is memoryless. Because its value exists at t equal to 0. Its value is 1. Memoryless. And for t less than 0, its value is 0. Therefore, it is causal. Is it causal? Next, to check stability, so we have to integrate between minus infinity to infinity. Now ht, that is delta t dt. Now this integral exists. This integral exists only at t equal to 0. Only at t equal to 0. What is its value? There is no integration at all. So delta t is equal to 1. Delta t, so its value is 1 at t equal to 0. Hence, it is a finite value. Therefore, it is stable. Therefore, it is stable. Now, fifth example. H of t equals cos pi t ut. Cos pi t ut. H of t is equal to cos pi t ut. So, this is the graph. This is, and for t less than 0, 0. So, for t less than 0, its value is 0. Therefore, it is causal. It is causal. Then, for different values of t, the functional value exists. Therefore, it is not memoryless. It is memory. It is memory. And lastly, one has to do integration between minus infinity to infinity cos pi t dt. Now you will integrate. Cos pi t is sin pi t between minus infinity to infinity. Now, sin infinity is not at all defined. Sin infinity, nobody knows what is sin infinity. Sin infinity is indefinite. Nobody has defined. Therefore, you can't predict what is the integration of this. Hence, it is unstable. Hence, it is unstable. So, with this, we have come to the end of problems on impulse response for continuous time systems. In the next class, I will work out problems on discrete systems. Thank you.